Hi, everybody, and welcome to Liftoff with Jeanniey Walden. I'm your host, Jeanniey Walden, and I'm so excited to bring you this amazing lifestyle show that's built exactly for you, the modern executive. We've got incredible guests lined up today, so let's get started.
All right, everybody, you're going to be blown away by this one. So get your notebooks out because you're going to be writing down everything you hear. Vinny Postestivo is an Emmy Award winning media expert. He was at the early days of MTV, for those of you old enough to remember that, like I do, and is responsible for bringing so many stars and so many shows to life, like the Osbournes, like the Housewives. He moved into Bravo. He did so many incredible things to the point where the world of business finally caught up to the world of consumer and begged him to come in and help with some amazing business and brand initiatives, especially at LinkedIn. We're going to talk to Vinny today about what he's doing with the LinkedIn network and how you can become a LinkedIn expert too. Vinny, welcome to
Oh
Liftoff.
my gosh, thanks for that kind. The stars got bigger, the universe got bigger. There's more space for us in media now than ever. What a
Well, who
cool
knew
walk.
that a business person like me could be a star like the Osbournes?
25, that's what a good complimentary comparison. 25, 30 years ago, when I would tell people I was in talent development, I would get a shrug of the shoulders. Now, the biggest companies have talent development executives. It's HR. It's looking for talent that doesn't just qualify as artistic, creative talent and really taps into the ether of who we are, our promise to be. And to develop that has been a journey.
It's funny that you said that because I was just talking to an HR leader
Yeah.
about the fact that her role is looking for the future stars of the company. And she was asking, what do we need to be looking for from social ambassadors and brand ambassadors? And it's so important in any line of
Oh,
business
yeah.
these days. That's how
Oh,
recruiting starts.
longevity, creativity, innovation, disruption.
Yeah,
Like, right. I
so
hope
many.
those were some of the alchemy of what you create. Look, I got to work with Nick Cannon as he graduated from Nickelodeon to MTV, and his job was supposed to be to host TRL to replace Carson Daly on Total Request Live. But he had a vision for this show called Wild 'N Out. He saw it as an opportunity to create conversation that the community wasn't having anywhere in media. And I think we just hit 21 seasons. They just got double NAACP status for outstanding reality programming. The Challenge is still on there. The Housewives on Bravo is still. I mean, these are franchises that have grown
Yeah,
into way bigger than just series
yeah.
and put all those platforms on the map. They all became collaborative platforms, not just media brands, and
Well,
that's the
you're now
power of
you're
advertising.
doing your magic now with LinkedIn as a platform. And
Yeah,
that's funny how we met
yeah.
through a guest that was on the show. So I know firsthand that LinkedIn is great for business networking, even when you don't expect it. But you're like the king of LinkedIn and
Uh,
how to do it the right way. And in my conversations with you, I've learned that I'm doing it partially right. So for everyone who's watching and
yeah.
everyone who's listening, tell us the top three things we need to know about being a LinkedIn superstar.
Oh my God. First off, I give you permission to show up on that platform as you. Don't listen to how much reach you get per day or what you should or shouldn't be doing. Just this year, I was named a top voice on the platform, which is a high honor from the platform, considering that it's the editorial team that physically picks about 250 people globally to be a top voice on a platform that's known to be B2B. Where now more than ever it's B2C, H to H, human to human, where content really reigns supreme. Okay, a couple of things to answer your question. Newsletters work well on this platform because Microsoft built LinkedIn. Microsoft owns ChatGPT. ChatGPT pulls its answers from Bing. So everything I do on LinkedIn doesn't stay in LinkedIn. It actually feeds to a much bigger data ecosystem. It comes from LinkedIn that has high domain authority, and that helps us with our leadership. Also, LinkedIn audio. I love that there's a tool within LinkedIn that allows anybody with access to a microphone to join the conversation. And that for us as leaders, I think the number one way to demonstrate leadership is to support the conversation. So not only do we get to ask better and great questions, but we get to support them with our own answers, our own voice in an ecosystem where we know who we're talking to because they've been verified as real people. Unlike other, I'm not poo-pooing other platforms, but you can be a version of yourself on Insta. You can be a completely different thing on TikTok.
Yes.
On LinkedIn, I know who you are, I know who you worked with, I know where you work. There's social accountability, there's fiscal accountability. It's a real opportunity.
Well, it's a fascinating conversation. I know everybody is probably furiously writing notes, and now they're in between
Uh,
going to LinkedIn and trying to
yeah,
type in and check their
yeah.
profiles. So this has been a great conversation. I'm sure everyone has a thousand questions for you. Thank you so much for being on the
My
show.
pleasure, my honor.
This was so great, everybody. Were you just not completely enthralled by everything that Vinny had to say? We've got so much more insights and information coming up, so stay tuned.